Hello, everybody. How are you doing? It always feels like because we do this once a week. I always like it feels like so much time has passed.
It
Like
really does,
sometimes it
yeah.
feels like, oh, I haven't seen you in like a month.
Yeah, it's every week though.
Every week we're here to, you know, Furby it up with
Yep.
you guys.
Yeah.
But how have you been? What have you been up to? I know you've been playing a lot of games, and apparently there's a lot of very good games that have come out this month, and I'm way behind, but it's okay. I'm gonna start catching up on Friday.
I know. The past like 2 weeks has been wild. I've been playing Pragmata, finished that. It was very good, a little short.
How many hours
I
was it?
my full playthrough I think was like 12 or 13. Which it's a game that has a lot of replayability, but it was very good. It was very fun. I really ended up loving it. I thought that it was such a wholesome story,
Really?
very
Oh.
sad at the end, but it made sense, very bittersweet. I've only played Mouse Piaf for Hire once, but now I can finally go back to it, which I'm happy about.
And then obviously we already know how you felt about Windrose. I like Windrose too. I did the demo. That's so Mouse PI is the highest on my list first. Friday, I've
Yes.
had a busy week. I wasn't able to start it all last week, so I'm like, ooh. But yeah, Friday afternoon I'm gonna play it. Maybe even Friday night. I might do
Woo!
two game streams on Friday. The Mouse PI, but we'll see. Definitely Friday afternoon. I'm looking forward to it. I've heard nothing but good things. Even Jay played it, and he was like, "I love the game."
Yeah, I was
So
really sad because I played it on Thursday when it released last week, and then I was like, "Oh no, this weekend I have to go back to I have to go to Pragmata," and so I was sad because I had so much fun with Mouse PI, but Pragmata was actually a fantastic game. I expected it to be good, but not that good, and so it's like I was sad that I wasn't playing Mouse PI, but also I'm happy that I didn't in a way. So now I can finally go back to Mouse PI and play more of it over the weekend, which I'm hyped for.
yeah, I might even end up doing like a Sunday gaming stream, but I'm not sure.
Mm,
It'll probably be I don't know. So the thing is, I'm trying to set my Tuesday nights are for Resident Evil, like it's just my Resident Evil night. We don't have to do our 5 on Tuesday either. It doesn't matter. But that's just like I'm finishing 2 right now, the remake, and then I'm gonna go to the OG 3 because I've never played that one, and then after that, I'm doing the OG 2 because I've also never played that one. So I'm
yeah.
really excited. Tuesday nights are just my Resident Evil night. So I need to start gaming on Thursdays, but I've been busy doing stuff on Thursdays, and I'm like, I just want a game. Like, and
Yeah, it's
so
tough.
so next week I should be back on a better gaming schedule. We'll see. But Mouse PI is top for me. Do you think I should give Pragmata a try? Like, you think I would like that game?
I think that it's I really loved it, but you have to be very good at multitasking because
Yeah.
basically it's action where you're shooting, you're dodging, but you also have to do a hacking mechanic in the middle of it. So
Okay.
like you like run away from the enemy. I put my keybind on my mouse button and then you have to hold down what is again for me the mouse button, and then you basically have to go around and you have to hit the certain squares in the hack. But like if an enemy gets too close, you can dodge away and then hack again. I think that you'd like
Okay.
it, but it took me like maybe an hour to an hour and a half to really get comfortable with the game, get into the groove of things, but it was really good once it sort of like clicked gameplay
Okay.
wise.
I'll watch your first playthrough to not get it like spoiled, but so I can get a feel for the game and see if that's my thing. I could do multitasking. That's fine. I mean, I almost the only reason I gave up on Revelations 2 is because it was just freaking annoying. But there was a lot of
Yeah,
multitasking going on there. Had to point, had to use the
there
oh my
is.
I
Yeah,
wish
but
so badly that they had that as an online multiplayer because I think
they
you and
had
I would have loved that one.
actually, yeah, and they had delayed Pragmata because they felt that the like real-time combat versus the hacking was like off balance, and I think that they did a great job with balancing it. So whatever they did during that delay helped a lot.
Okay. Well, that's good to hear. And since we're talking about Pragmata, we might as well get into all the controversy. Now, you know more about it because, as usual, you unfortunately know a bit more about the video game drama than I do because it's
I
your job.
do. Yep.
So, this one right here, did you want me to just read this or do you want me to watch this too?
You could watch it if
Okay.
you would like.
Okay, so this is about Hassan Piker. He gives his take on Capcom's Pragmata. Oh, you know what? I actually don't think I shared sound, so let's go back on that. Whoopsie.
Yeah,
And
TLDR is he's being a doofus, as he
what
usually
else is
is.
new?
Yeah, I
Okay.
know.
All right. All right. Well, here we go.
In any case, what is this? Capcom's Pragmata. Wait, did it come out already? Pragmata, it's making thousands of people suddenly want to start a family. You play as Hugh, a soldier stranded on a ruined lunar research station. Your job is protecting the childlike android Diana while fighting rogue AI. It's out already? Is it good? Isn't this like Death Stranding? In one emotional moment, she gives him a crayon drawing of the two of them together as a little family. Even streamers who say at the start they didn't want kids end up breaking down happy in tears. So what's really interesting about this is all of these unfuckable losers in the gaming sphere always talk about like starting families and stuff. And I don't understand like why this has become a thing that they care about. Like, if you're a gamer, you should care about things that you actually experience. You should care about things that you actually enjoy.
This is already like messing with my brain cells. Like, why do you care if people want to start a family? Is it because
Right.
nobody wants to start a family with you because you're
an animal abusing fuck.
Yeah, there
Yeah.
you go. You put it way nicer than I probably would have. Bear coming in with the nice comments as usual.
I'm just like well-tempered and all that.
You are so very, very well tempered.
Right? If you're a fucking lonely gamer who has never been around a woman and will never have sex with a woman, why do you care? Like, why do you care about having children or like riding for having children? Like, if they changed.
He's like the male version of Pokimane, except I don't think she would hurt animals, right? So I don't mean in that sense. I just mean with like the brain cell, the loss of brain cells and the really bad takes. Like where they think they're cooking, like I'm gonna go off on this tangent.
Like about her capitalism rant, and she clearly didn't even know what like capitalism was except for like money. Like that's it.
She's mad that her cookies didn't sell. And then
yeah,
you know,
the $28 cookies.
Oh my goodness.
Hot Cheetos. If they change the recipe of Hot Cheetos, if they change the recipe of like, I don't know, Dr. Pepper or something, and you fucking freaked out about that, that makes sense, right? Like that's precisely what your life is about. But as far as like LARPing about starting families.
So he's comparing people that want to have families to changing the recipe for Hot Cheetos.
Yeah, that's what he boils it down to.
He lost me there. I mean, not that he fully had me, but like, okay, well, let's just finish it. Sorry, I keep pausing it. Let's get him off the screen.
And whatnot. This is something that I never understand. It just doesn't make any sense to me because it's just not something that you're going to experience ever for your life, for the rest of your life, right?
Okay. Hold on, he's got to take a sip.
Yeah, classic.
Classic. Hold on, we should take a sip too.
He gets thirsty cooking this much.
He's really cooking with the Hot Cheetos.
Also, I will say, Japanese game, putting a child in there, you're playing with fire. Okay? Don't get mad at me for saying this, but I feel like any Japanese game you put like a child, it's gonna invite maybe the worst possible fandom, you know? I know it's
nothing
not
could
like
be worse
that.
than his
I'm
fandom.
Sure the game is not
right.
like that, but there will be people who take it like that. In any case,
he didn't explain why. He didn't explain why Japanese can't put children in their games.
Right, exactly. He's trying to assert that, it means that people are going to be like degenerate gooners and like create like NSFW like fan art and like sexualize this character because all the lollies and stuff.
So
but
only if it's Japanese though. If any
right,
right,
which is like just an insane claim to make. And of course, this game isn't like following queer Marxist logic. It's a character who is like forming this relationship with this male character, but he views her as the equivalent of a child because she's not a human girl, she is an android, and so she, like, we technically don't know how old she's clearly supposed to be like 8 probably. She's coloring these pictures and doing these drawings, and because it it's sort of like the nuclear family and a normal father-daughter-esque relationship that is really pissing off people like Hassan because they only want certain relationships to be in video games. It's not like disordered relationships that are happening. But he is he's luckily getting wrecked for it, but he's so insane. This is an absolutely crazy take to have that, oh, suddenly you can't have children in video games. Like, this is an extremely wholesome story. Hugh definitely goes through the hero's journey during this. He is a character who 5 minutes in says that he basically doesn't trust the clankers and he doesn't trust a bot, and then of course his life is saved by Diana. And so throughout it he's like growing closer to her, he's protecting her, and then, you know, with the end of the game, it's like it's such a good journey that he goes through, and like their relationship is so nice and sweet without like giving any spoilers, but it's not weird at all. And you see a lot of people on social media right now saying, oh, only, you know, P's are gonna want to play this, and only like degenerate, disgusting weirdos are gonna play this game. That's an insane take to have. I'm sorry, if you look at Diana and you think that somebody's sexualizing her, hey, listen, caught in fucking 4K, bro.
Yes. I was like, chat has been saying, a few people in chat are like, he's projecting.
Yeah.
And that's what it seems like. That is such a weird take, though. Like, not even just that, but like coming at people for saying that it makes you want to have a family. That's like,
why is that a bad thing?
Yeah, it's not. But he's, you know, a degenerate streamer, I guess, right? That so many of these, it's not even just streamers, Hollywood, they push the narrative that that's not how you should be, right? They're trying to ruin the family narrative, like kind of like, you know, the girl power streamers that are just like, I don't need to get married and have kids. Like, okay, then just be like lonely,
like Pokemon,
whatever.
I bought myself a ring because my first commitment should be to me. You're just fucking salty. No one wants to start a family with you, bro, and that's fine. Hey, listen, you don't have to have kids, you don't have to start a family, but also don't act like you're just a better person simply because you don't want that in life. That doesn't like make you special. That doesn't mean people should respect you more. Like, you wouldn't exist if somebody didn't want to have children. And so I don't know, maybe like check your priorities a little bit.
Exactly. What's up, Nasmir? I agree with Vara. My daughters love Diana and beg me to play the game as soon as I get home to watch her. They relate to her that much. So this is a wholesome, not only is this just like a wholesome, nice game, but it's a game that you can play with your family. That's amazing.
Right, because like it's so funny because Hugh obviously is, you know, a dude bro at the beginning, and like he'll swear and stuff, and then he like almost swears, but then he catches himself because even though again Diana isn't like a human girl, he still views her as that, and she still talks like one and acts like one, and so like he'll like catch himself almost saying fuck or shit, and he'll be like shit, and then he'll stop himself, and it's so funny.
Oh, that's cute. I think eventually I'll watch your playthrough to see if this is my type of game. It sounds like it is, but it's gonna be put last just because Mouse PI is top for me.
Yeah.
I want to play some more Windrose, which Windrose isn't really one that I need to like not speed through, but like, you know, story mode. That's something to play with friends. I know you and I want to play at some point. Maybe Jay will play with us. We'll get him on because I'm trying to get him to play it because I think he would really like it. We'll figure that out. We have Resident Evil 5 too. We're so busy. Then here was another take. So this is Mary says lots of strange reactions to this game. Let's clear some things up. Childless men do not have paternal instincts the way childless women have maternal instincts. We observed this in the way little girls play versus little boys. I agree with that. Men first experience paternal instincts once they have their own children, and typically those paternal instincts are only ever felt for their own children and no one else's.
That is so off base. It is insane.
Hold on a second. So I'm going to chat right here. Right there. And that's, you know, I'm a dad. You have a kid. You immediately develop super protective instincts with kids, even if they aren't your own. I agree with that. And honestly, I disagree with, you know, not having kids, like for men, makes you not have that instinct because I know people who are like teachers and stuff, and they're so protective over kids. Like they have like that dad instinct without even having kids, you know?
Right, exactly. But
I have siblings that were like that before they had
Yeah.
kids, that were protective over their like other nieces and nephews, and not even just that, it's, I disagree with that, but go ahead, what you were just
Right,
gonna
but
say.
it's like she says something like, "Oh, men's they first experience paternal instincts once they have their own children, and typically it's only ever felt for their own children, no one else's." What about men who go to war to protect the
Yeah.
innocent, to protect the weak, to protect just humanity in general? Like, there are men who simply want to protect the innocent, and to make this claim that, oh, like the majority of men only want to protect their own children and like families, that's so wildly inaccurate. Men have raised, mentored, protected, and died for children who weren't their own for as long as history has been recorded.
Yeah. So yeah, what I meant, what I agree with this, I don't agree with the beginning of this here, but I
Well,
agree that
right.
like
They don't
women
have the same
do.
level of like they don't have the
Yeah.
same instincts, but that doesn't mean that they don't have their own different, unique instincts to their gender.
Yeah,
They're just
no,
different.
exactly.
A man doesn't want to be like, I can't wait to swaddle this baby and rock this baby to sleep like a woman does. But also, a woman wouldn't have the instinct to be like, I'm going to pick up this gun and like go to
Exactly.
war and defend children. Of course, like, I know for both of us at least, I'm sure there are plenty of women out there who wouldn't, but like if I saw a child being hurt, like my fucking instinct would be to go and defend them. But
Yeah.
also, like, not every woman is that way, and I understand that. Just like how there are some men who, yeah, do like want to constantly like hold a baby and like rock a baby, and like it's very nurturing, but those are like that's not the standard. That's not quite the norm.
It is like, it's actually saying that because like thinking about it now, there's a lot of women these days that just have no desire to have kids.
Yeah.
And that's fine. I'm not going to judge you for it, but they also don't have like, because of that, they don't have the the instincts, right, to like pay attention. Like all my life, even when I was like young, if I seen like a kid like even my age when I was little that was alone, I'd be like, where's their mom? Like even
Right,
when I was
exactly.
like always just had that instinct, and like I would tell my mom like, hey, like maybe the mom was just like not super close, but like right there, like, and I would let my mom know, like I had the instinct even as a child to say like, hey, I don't see a parent, I don't see an adult near that kid.
Mhm.
And then like my mom would be like, okay, where like we have to look, and like to this
Right.
day, I'm still like that. Like if I see a kid that I don't see an adult like within like 2 feet of the kid, I'm like, I'm gonna sit here and protect this kid. I'm not going anywhere until I see a mother or a father come near this child. And I know men that are like that too. Like granted, like a man's not gonna step in and say something because it might look weird, but I know guys that
Right.
would stay like in the proximity to make sure like that kid doesn't get snatched up or something like that.
Exactly.
Yeah, that I disagree with that. Most of it. The only thing I agree with is that women do have a bit more of the, maternal
And then
instinct.
the
but-
next paragraph that she had done,
Oh,
she
oops,
says
I
that
didn't mean to do that.
men that are like that are predators. That is absolutely fucking
Wait, right here?
wild.
Or is it down more? Did I skip
the
it?
one
Oh,
up.
right here.
Yeah.
Okay, so men are not nurturers. I disagree with that. I get that normally women are more nurturers, yes, but that's not true that men aren't nurturers. Men don't gush over cute kids in public. Men don't have baby fever. Oh, that's not true. If a
Yeah,
man
there are
wants to
plenty of men that
possess-
are like, I can't fucking wait to get this woman pregnant, Like, let's not lie. There are plenty of
not
men who
lie.
have that kind of interest, if you know what I'm saying.
Exactly. Like, no, there's like those memes of like a guy's listening to Creed.
Yeah,
And
right.
it's like I'm gonna go home and get my wife pregnant now. Throw
Yep.
wrenches around the garage. Like, that's not true.
This is the way it goes.
So if a man wants to possess a child for any reason other than being a product of his own lineage, he's likely a predator. That is very. I didn't even read that paragraph. I X'd it out, and I didn't see that. That is wild. That is
Right,
an
and
absolute wild take.
And also, the rest of her statement isn't like men possessing children. I feel like possess is a very strong word to use here. And even just talking about how putting predator in this conversation when the rest of it is just attacking like basically 90% of men, I'd say is mind-boggling to me.
Yeah, I can't believe a game is striking this kind of conversation. Like, it's just a
Right.
wholesome game that people are enjoying, men and women, as we can see in the chat. Like, people are playing with their families. Guys are enjoying it. Women are enjoying it. I feel like it's really sad that we're at a time that, like, if a man is enjoying a game like this, that there has to be some kind of predator talk. And also, this reminds me of what was the Death Stranding. I
Yeah.
know quite a few guys, actually. I could think of like 4 off the top of my head that actually really enjoyed that game. I know not everyone liked it. I liked the story. I actually watched it like a movie when friends were playing it, and it was
Yeah.
guys, and the girls were were watching it, and like they got like emotional, not like crying, but they're like, oh my gosh, with Lou, the baby. They aren't predators, so I'm just like,
Well, according to the internet, they are. They're disgusting to just like these people. They don't attack every game with children. They're just attacking this game that happens to feature a child because they thought that they could get a little bit of social media interaction based on like the conversation. Like I'm sure a lot of the people that are commentating this way don't even know what Pragmata is and don't even know that she's not even like a living, breathing child.
Sorry, there's more. Yeah, probably not. They just want to jump on, like you said, they just want to get clicks and views.
Yeah.
Readers added context. You got community notice. Men experience baby fever and paternal instincts before fatherhood, with hormonal changes supporting nurturing and protective behaviors toward non-biological children, as seen in alloparenting and adoption. Yeah.
Exactly. But hey, look at that sweet old ratio. I know that I had put up like I had put up an individual post. I didn't even actually reference like I didn't quote tweet Mary's. It got like 30,000 likes and like 500,000 views. And I basically said what I said before, which is like men have raised and protected children for forever basically, and it doesn't make them creeps or predators. So I mean, I'm not trying to dunk on Mary, but
you're just telling the
right. I like times 5
quote,
that shit.
You didn't like subtweet or
right,
you just put how you feel.
Yeah.
Let me see this. Hold on. Oh, how cute! This game looks so cute. I gotta play it. It's on the list. Don't worry, guys. But Mouse PI is first because I have been so excited for this. So this was like second for me over Requiem. So just a reminder,
That's my daughter. That's my daughter.
Even die for children. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Look at that.
Ooh, but it's like it's just. I think anybody with half a brain wouldn't would have that take because it's true. And again, like men aren't nurturers, but they're protectors, and that's perfectly fine. Men don't have to act like women, and women don't have to act like men, and it's perfectly fine. And men still deserve the same level of respect that like a woman would, because there are plenty of men who are perfectly normal with kids and like aren't fucking weirdos and creeps. And like sure, of course there are weirdos and creeps out there, and they're like disgusting degenerate people, but that's just across humanity. So like unfortunately, like what kind of point are you trying to make?
Yeah.
Like by saying, oh, gamers are predators, and they're like these predators who are wanting to play this game. Because it's like, it's not even just Hassan and not even just Mary. These are just like 2 very big examples of like throughout the conversation. And listen, I don't like Hassan. I've met Mary plenty of times going to Pop Culture Crisis. She's always been pretty nice to me. Doesn't, mean like I'm not going to call her out for a bad take. But it's like both of these people have now said that they've been taken out of context. Hassan said, oh, people like edited my clips in order to like take me out of context to try to paint me as a villain. And he bought Pragmata and he's been playing it. And Mary also said that like that entire post was apparently about gay men and about how like gay men will adopt children and bring a child into their disordered lifestyle. Like that wasn't the point you made. Like sure, I guess with the possessed line maybe you could read it that way once you have that added context, but that clearly wasn't the context of that entire post, because she could have just worded it that way.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
unfortunately feel like there's quite a bit of backtracking happening on both of these fronts because it's just such an unpopular take.
Yeah. Agreed. I haven't even played the game, so it's like I can't, just from what you've described and what I'm seeing online, it seems like a good game.
It is. It's so
It
wholesome.
seems
It's
like
so
these
cute.
takes are
Like,
so odd.
yeah.
So odd.
I think it also comes down to, first of all, misandry and feminists and people not wanting men to have hobbies and have entertainment that like they don't approve of. But second of all, it just comes across as like this general hatred for gamers because there are a lot of people who view gamers as being like lazy weirdos and like, oh, why don't you go outside and touch grass and like spend your time starting a family instead of playing a video game? I don't know, bro, because it's infinitely cheaper, because you haven't fallen in love with somebody, because like you're not ready to start a relationship. Like there's a million and one reasons why I'm not outside, finding the love of my life and why I'm playing a video game. Like maybe I just want to enjoy my time. There are plenty of men who are playing this who have families already. So it's just it's stupid and disrespectful.
It is. And also Vara needs to get her jousting out before that as well.
I yearn for the joust.
Yes. Okay, let me get a couple of these supers, guys. Thank you so much. Jay, thank you for the 5 gifted memberships. You didn't have to do that. Thank you.
I blackmail Jay now because all I have to do is bring up the image of his face edited on Dan's and then he gifts 5. So like if you're ever in a pickle and you need a couple bucks, just blackmail Jay.
Yes. Also, Corey for 5. Want to hear a joke about sodium? Vara, nah. Want to hear a joke about sodium hypobromite? Vara, nah, bro.
That's a great joke. I hate it. I hate it so much that I laugh so much at that. That's really fucking funny. Holy shit. Corey, good job.
Good job,
Thumbs
Corey. Hokies for 10. Jay was surprised to learn I have a police record. What can I say? I like their music.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, that's a good one. Corey for another 5. What do you call a teacher? Oh, call a teacher who don't fart in public a private tutor.
That one's not getting me.
That one got me. I like that one.
That's not getting me.
Sorry, I am a child and fart jokes make me laugh.
Yeah, we can see the difference in level of like what gets us
of
to
our
laugh.
Intelligence too.
Yeah,
Sorry, mine's a little
bit
lower.
Yeah.
Oh, Saw, thank you for the 5. I got extra girl in tugs and she almost spit out her wine. I replaced my rooster with a duck. Now I wake up at the quack of dawn.
I think I've heard that before.
I think I might have too. That was a nice try, but you know what? I'm glad you got a spit take out of them for that one. Thank you, Saw. Old Geezer, thank you for being a member for 10 months. Have you guys seen the pic Capcom put out of the voice actors? It's pretty great. No.
I
haven't.
not. No.
Chief Corey Anderson, thank you for the 5. Mary is referring to the modern wave of gay men purchasing kids. Oh yeah, we covered that.
It doesn't come across that way. It seems like she's backpedaling. Like, sure,
bit,
again,
yeah.
like the possess line. I guess you could see it that way with the added context, but if she wanted to have that be the entire point of her post, she could have said it much easily, and I think that she's just like backpedaling because she's getting absolutely destroyed for it on social media.
I mean, yeah, that would make sense because why not just put that in your original?
Right.
500-pound Landwell, thank you for the 2 pounds. My copy of Pragmata still hasn't arrived. Crying. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that.
It's great. You're gonna enjoy it when you finally get it.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? I should have brought. I don't have it in here right now, but I have a copy from the UK of Requiem.
Oh, the lenticular.
The lenticular cover. Yeah.
I'm jealous.
It's nice.
Shit.
Shout out Ian. Ian sent it to me. It took like 3 weeks because of mail. It was from another country.
Yeah, makes
but
sense.
He's like, I'm sorry it took so long. I'm like, it's okay.
No, we don't forgive you, Ian. How could you expect that of us? I know, right? He's going to listen back. He's going to be like, what the hell did I do?
I'm not even there.
Yeah.
Mad Cabal for 5. This is hardly the first dad game. What is it about this one that triggered all the commie mutants all of a sudden. Agreed, it's not. Like there's definitely been quite a few other games. Like Heavy Rain is another one that you can pull out there. Like that was definitely a darker game, but it is about a father trying to find his kids.
Oh my gosh, guys, suddenly The Last of Us 1. Holy fuck, that's inappropriate. That's bad. Joel is a predator. You see, this is the
so
issue is like,
silly.
oh, those games are perfectly fine, but now all of a sudden it's a problem when Capcom does it. I just want Grace and Emily to meet Hugh and Diana, because that would be great. Little Resident Evil Pragmata crossover.
This one I will let Vara say this one because I know that's who it's for. Thanks
The
for the 199.
chuds. Yes.
She's got to get it out like a morning stretch. Chuds.
Yep. Exactly.
Bullet Shepherd, thanks for the 499. Mary is coping and backpedaling. She knew exactly what she meant and can't handle getting proven wrong. Even trad women can be misandrists. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough because she does have a lot of good takes, of course, and then she has takes like this that, again, I think Mary is definitely smart enough to articulate the point that she wants to make, and I just think that she didn't do that because it wasn't the point she was initially trying to make. And hey, maybe it truly was a mistake, but she didn't follow up with saying that. She followed up with saying, what was it? In the comments, she left, "To those denying biology here, would you hire a male babysitter? You meet your kid's kindergarten teacher and it's a dude. How do you feel about that? What do women have that men don't? Are we beginning to understand each other now? Men aren't women. None of this is a knock against men. It's just true." I don't know. Maybe I'd like just to meet the kindergarten teacher and assume that this person's like been properly vetted and decent. And I'd also hope that I'd have a good enough relationship with my child for my child to tell me if they were uncomfortable at all around anybody, period.
Absolutely.
I
100%
don't
agree with
know.
that.
Like sure, of course, if like it was a lineup of 100 different teachers, I bet that I'd probably end up just gravitating more towards women because I personally, in the couple of years that I actually went to public school, like had a better experience with female teachers because I went to like public school until I was going into the 5th grade, and after that I was homeschooled. But like that like I would still want the best person for the job to get the job. So like, why is this an issue?
Yeah, I've had, I didn't do homeschool, so throughout my life I've had both, mostly female teachers, right? Especially like in elementary school, and then I think it was middle school and high school where there was more like male teachers.
Yeah, and that's why for me it's like, because I was really only at elementary school in public school, so like that's just my like sort of point of reference. But again, like the best person for the job should get the job, and I would assume that the school my child is going to vetted these people properly.
Yeah, exactly. So I think that's,
even though public education is a cancer and it's fucking trash. But yeah. I had to throw that in there.
Yeah, I don't disagree. Unfortunately, that's just how it's gotten. Chief Corey Anderson, thank you for another 2. Mary's a trad slash Kath. You can't, you just have to know it aligns. Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I feel like there's trad women who don't have that take, and like Catholic and Christian women who also don't completely have that take either.
Yeah, absolutely. We just had like a mini conversation about this because I'm a Christian. And I like everyone that like watches my stuff knows that, but it kind of makes me sad when I see like fellow Christians on the internet, and I'm not talking about like Mary or anyone specifically, but because you see it a lot on the internet where they're like extremely judgmental. Now, again, if somebody is like a murderer or they're hurting people or anything crazy like that, yes, judge them. If they're being degenerate, judge them. But everybody sins, so it's like I personally don't feel that like judging someone because they sin differently. We're born that way. Like, not going to get preachy here on you guys, but I'm just saying, like, it makes me kind of upset because it gives Christians a bad name. That's just how I feel with that. Right. But it's not just the internet. Like, my whole life, obviously, everyone deals with that. But I don't like seeing that because not everyone has the same takes. So they see that and they think like, oh, you were all the same, and it's not true. I'm not saying you guys are saying that, chat, but we just literally had this conversation right before we started. So I'm like, let me just throw it in there. And Chick for 199 says Megatron. Yes. You're chud on Megatron. Jesus does love Vara.
Aw.
You're gonna make her cry, and she's gonna pull up that picture of you now.
I'm gonna cry. I have to look at this photo of my daughter.
And her son, which is Yoshi, will be mailed to her next week. She'll finally have her Yoshi. And speaking on that real quick, we'll go a little bit lighter and move because I think I pulled it up. Now, I'm going to do something with my Yoshi bucket. I think I'm going to put I'll probably change it up, but I actually tried putting my Lego roses up here in it and it fell over.
Oh, brother.
I was like, darn it. So that would have been, it looked cute. Like I put it and I was holding it up and I was like, man, this looks so cute, but it didn't work out unless maybe I just want to put a few in there. What people are doing is kind of funny. I'm thinking about getting one of those push lights and making like a little night light for myself. I think that would look cute. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that could be really cool.
This is cute too, putting your coffee pods. What is not cute that I seen on Instagram today, and I think that they need to have their Yoshi taken away, coffee grounds.
That's not all right.
You're just making them dirty. And also your coffee grounds are gonna I grind my coffee like every day. I have beans, but still you're putting it in there. It's not like suitable for sealing.
Is it like
so
in a plastic bag in there?
No, I see them just pour. I'll see if I can find it.
Okay, yeah,
they just pour it in there, and I was like,
I thought maybe I was like missing context because you know how sometimes people will take like, I don't know, a ceramic container and then put like the actual bag of coffee grounds in the ceramic container. I'm like, okay, that makes sense, but damn, it's just crazy.
It's vile and they're degenerates. Okay,
they should not be allowed to have the Yoshi.
No, I was just talking about not judging, but I'm going to judge that.
She's like, fuck it, I'm changing my opinion live 3 minutes after I just had this other one.
Exactly. I did not see the Top Gun popcorn buckets. I'll have to look them up.
Oh, they look really cool.
Really? All
right,
see
if I can find them. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Well, speaking of that, since we're on top, thanks for the segue there, Hokies. Easy. I thought I had it pulled up, but not. Please hold. Jeopardy music will play. Will I do this? There it is. I don't know if I want to use cautiously optimistic about this because I do believe that it'll be well done. Top Gun 3 is actually in the works, and Tom Cruise will return. So I'm not judging K-cups. I grind my coffee.
No, the K-cup is fine.
I am judging that they put fresh, like just ground coffee in there.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah. Okay, here you go. You got it.
Yes, they look cool as heck.
Oh, I need that.
I love it.
It looks like I have to try go on the hunt and find one for Vara again since you couldn't get the yeah.
That is pretty freaking sick. So they look good. And also this style
really
of
good.
advertisement, it really is fucking great.
It's great. I'm here for it.
Yep. I'm easy to fall into like marketing schemes. And maybe that's just like the woman in me because I like shiny things, but
the men like it too.
I really love when we get like promotional material that makes sense and feels like authentic to a movie or an experience. And it's not just like, oh, it's a cup, but it has a character on a straw. And it's like the lowest effort thing you could possibly do.
Yeah. I like when they actually put effort into it. Like I forgot exactly what it was. They had the lamest popcorn buckets and sippers and stuff for Snow White. And I'm like, you could have cooked with this. The movie was awful, but you could have at least cooked with the popcorn buckets. And
right.
Stuff.
Could have been like the apple.
Yeah.
Right.
Everyone loves those. The merch at Disney that has like poison apple stuff on it.
I feel like it was like a chest, like that her necklace, like a necklace went in or something. It was like a chest. And then let me see if I can find it. Popcorn. Yeah. So there was like a chest and then there was like it's supposed to look like a well, but it just ended up looking stupid. So
yeah,
you guys can keep it. That's fine.
Yeah.
And the what's funny is that those popcorn buckets are like $40 now. So they're less than they were when they initially came out. Sucks to suck. I don't know. Maybe make something better and everybody will be happy with you and spend money.
Yeah, I'm definitely getting one of those.
Yeah, the helmets do look really cool.
I am excited for this because how often do you get a sequel that's 30 years later that is so good? Some people even liked Maverick more than the original Top Gun. Not me. I loved Maverick. Like it would be 1 and 2, like they're
Yeah,
right
but
next to each other.
but
the
one
original
is definitely
still,
a little bit better.
yeah, it is. So like I talked about this on Saucy, and chat was like, no, I liked Brewster's character just because like I loved Goose in the first one, and I thought they did a great job casting his son. And I wasn't saying that I wanted the movie to be based on Rooster, like where they could dive into his life a little more, because obviously Maverick needs to be there. He needs to, and he's gonna be Tom Cruise. Like there is no Top Gun without Tom Cruise. Like you need him
Right.
there. But I think maybe not fully focusing, I guess, but just diving a bit more into Brewster's life a little bit.
Kind of
I
like
think would be-
Ballerina.
yeah,
Almost
maybe,
with like
yeah,
a
but still-
spin-off or something like that.
but still like a lot of Maverick in there, like where
Yeah.
maybe he takes him, he's like his mentor or something, right?
Yeah.
So that's what I would like to see. But the Saucy chat totally disagreed with me, and I was like, wait, do people not like Rooster? I liked Rooster. But that's what I think
I
they
did
could go
too.
with. I feel like that's like a good route they could go, because they've already done kind of like Maverick getting over the death of Goose. They had Iceman in there. That was a wonderful addition. Having Val Kilmer in there and helping him like, kind of get over his problems with it. I mean, lost his
Yeah.
best friend, right? That was such a serious moment, such a sad moment in the first Top Gun. So
Mhm.
I don't know what they can do, but I don't want to use cautiously optimistic, because I really think it's going to be done well, because Tom Cruise is going to be a part of it. I don't think that he would want to sully Top Gun's reputation at all.
Yeah, I feel like there's plenty of movies that he's been in before that haven't really been that great, but it's not like he cared that much. But I feel like Top Gun is different, especially with the way that he talks about Top Gun and how much he seems to care about it. But I guess ultimately, you never really know, because most actors who care about something will return, even if it is bad because they're getting a paycheck or
Mhm.
because their mindset has changed over the years. It's kind of like with Willow. Look at what happened. The lead actor joined for the Warwick Davis, he joined for the fucking show, and it was so, so, so bad.
I've heard. I
Then
haven't.
now you
watched
can't
it.
even watch it. Well, now you can't even, unless you find it on the
Okay.
ye old the bay.
Steez.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh, so sad.
Yeah. Well, something I'm not looking forward to. Looking forward to Top Gun 3, seeing what they're doing with it. Hey, if I'm wrong, I'll admit it. But I think, if anything, it'll be just like a fine addition
Yeah.
to it. And it'll probably be the last one, because, I mean, let's be honest, Tom Cruise is getting up there in age. I know he's probably going nowhere no time soon, but like doing these action roles, he's going to have to slow down. Top Gun isn't as action filled as like, Mission Impossible, but he still has to do some stuff that's like,
Yeah.
in a few years, it might be a little rough for him to do. But speaking of things I'm not excited for, Ferngully, we do not need this.
Oh my
we really
God!
do not need
This is not okay! This shit pisses me the fuck off, bro! I hate this shit! This is dog shit fucking slop. Bring me out back and give me the fucking old Yeller treatment. I'm done. This pisses me off. Holy shit.
Tell us how you really feel.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
Anyway, it's gonna be trash.
I'm
What do you
I'm
fucking
looking-
expect?
I forgot what she did again already, but like, just look at her. She looks like she shouldn't be handling this. My number one, I wouldn't say number one concern. I have just nothing but concerns. There's no positivity here. I know what's going to happen with this. But Robin Williams isn't going to be here, right? So he's not going to be able
Yeah.
to, it's going to be CGI. Like, I mean, they'll have actors playing the roles, I guess, right? But it's going to be mostly CGI. She did, okay, hold on. Let me pull this up.
She was in Queen's Gambit with Anya Taylor-Joy a couple of years ago. Queen's Gambit was very good, but her role was, she played the mother in that, and her role was smaller. But that was a good show. But again, like, there's a very big difference between being a actress and being a like writer, director, producer, somebody with creative control.
So she also did this. I want to find the. I'll get into like the Wikipedia of this or something, but I don't know if you. I did not watch this. I will not watch this. Disbrew gave us a nice description of this on Saturday.
I actually had listened to Disparu's rant about it. Yes.
Yeah, she wrote this, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
She was a director, and yeah, she like had a bunch of creative control on it. She's like a writer as well.
Yeah.
But this really upsets me because there's not going to be a Tim Curry, no Robin Williams, no Christian Slater. Like that cast was actually so stacked.
So good.
It was so good. And you just know for a fact that it's just going to be so cringy. And oh my God.
So
and Krista's probably going to be some feminist fuck who hates men. And
absolutely.
Like she's not going to want to help Zach. And like, oh my God, you don't have to defend Ferngully. I do. And then
absolutely.
It's going to be so bad.
And the colors, let's not even talk about how badly the coloring is probably going to be on
God.
this.
The color grading in Hollywood is horrific right now.
It is. It's such a bright, beautiful film, and it's not going to be like that. So for anyone wondering, let me just do a quick little recap of this Night movie that she did. I'm surprised Amy Adams was in this. She must have needed the money. I don't know. So it's a 2024 American black comedy body horror film It was written and directed by Meryl. How do you pronounce her name? Marielle,
I think.
Marielle Heller, who is going to direct Ferngully. I'm praying that Ferngully just does not happen, because we see these projects that are like, oh, it's in the works, and then we don't get it. Please, I don't want it. Don't give us it. No. But anyway, it's based on a 2021 novel by Rachel Yoder. The film stars Amy Adams, blah, blah. Okay. So a mother has paused her career as an artist to become a stay-at-home mom for her 2-year-old son. Sounds nice. Family values, great. But there's more. Because her husband is away on work trips most of the time, she's responsible for the majority of the caregiving for the boy. Feeling isolated from her artistic identity and resentful of what she sees as an expectation to be friends with other mothers, she frequently fantasizes about lashing out at those around her. And she begins to experience surreal physical changes, including patches of fur on her body, the growth of a tail, and additional nipples. And heightened senses. Although she initially dismisses these developments as symptoms of emotional stress and premenopause, she soon becomes convinced that she is turning into a dog. And that's enough that we don't need to read anymore. This is the person that's going to handle Ferngully. She wrote that. Not the book, but she wrote the movie on that. She decided, like, this movie cooked.
Wow, what an amazing resume. That definitely should land somebody a movie like this. Woo.
I don't get Hollywood now. It's like, flop, 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 take over the company. Flop, flop,
right?
Flop,
like
write this movie.
Like, how many industries is it that you fucking suck ass at your job? You lose a company hundreds of millions of dollars, and then you're just like handed the keys to the fucking castle.
Yeah.
Not many.
Yeah.
This really pisses me off.
Yeah, same. I think Vara like just channeled all of our emotions when I first popped this up and triggered her, because I didn't even tell her this is what we're going to talk about
You gave me fucking, I feel like that PTSD meme with the guy on the fucking battlefield and he's looking like he just got hit with a nuke. Listen, I think that everybody should have the God-given right to veto and get 3 things canceled in their life. This is one of my 3. Yes, this is one of them. Okay, this is so infuriating. Holy.
I feel like a Ferngully watch party is going to have to happen soon on my Patreon, because I haven't watched it in so long and I want to. I loved that movie so much. And
it's so good.
Let's watch it before they try to ruin it.
And the music was so good in it too, and so unique with like Toxic Love, and then the I don't remember what it's called, but Baddie song. It was so fun. But this is also another issue, is just that how are you going to replace someone like Robin Williams? It's like in Aladdin
with Will Smith.
Yeah, like Will Smith, I guess in theory did like an okay job. But the problem is that there's nobody who could ever do that character full justice or could ever do even close to as good as Robin Williams did. And so how are you going to first of all do this very like stylized animated in like the real world with like real human actors? That just it's not going to work out. And second of all, how are
It's
you
gonna be
going
a
to
bunch of
replace
CGI.
these people? Like Tim Curry, Robin Williams, these are not people that are like easily replaceable.
No, not at all. So you got
Yeah.
me. But let's get a couple supers, and then we will start with one of our trailers. We have two
Wicked made me
trailers.
cry,
I did.
guys. Wicked.
Sorry.
I think I had sent that to you a couple
You
days ago,
did.
so
You did. So
really I deserved it. I should have just la 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 la. I do not know what you're talking about, Wicked. This is a lie, and then never mentioned it.
yeah, maybe I'll just have to throw in a George Clooney jump scare to even it out. Because I know what prep is because of you, so I gotta do some little paybacks for that.
Listen, okay. Blame fucking Kotaku.
Yeah,
Or
it's
the
true.
gamer. Whichever stupid
Whoever.
idiot wrote that. Right. I don't even remember at this point.
I don't either, and I don't want to. I
Leon
can't.
Scott Kennedy, I'm on prep.
Insanity Pepper, thank you for the 5. Yeah, Willow came up short.
So stupid.
Yeah, she liked that one. Thank you. We needed a laugh after the
I'm still gonna
Ferngully
cry
meltdown.
though. I'm still
Yeah.
not all right.
Limond?
Lime
Coconut?
and the
Lime
coconut.
lime and the coconut. Well, maybe I should have read the whole thing. Thank you. That's actually perfect because there was a trailer we're about to watch after these. That's great. Thank you. It's absolutely not a Catholic take. Protecting and mentoring the innocent, including children, is expected of men in the church, regardless of blood relation. Priests are fittingly called father. Mary should know better. Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yep. Agreed. Mad Dog from 199. Are you on Rumble for the show? Better for super chats. I am not, unfortunately. Just for this show, we are on Kick and YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Thanks, Lyman the Coconut, because that's a very popular song for Practical Magic. So let's just watch this trailer. If you're watching this back and it's not here, that means that I got hit for it and I had to remove it. So I only do that if it blocks, which sometimes that happens. And is this Warner Brothers? I don't remember.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, yes, we might.
I don't know.
It's fine. Let's just watch it anyways. Vara and I are big fans of the first one.
Yes.
And I loved it. I don't think this needed a sequel, but we'll give our thoughts on the trailer after we watch it. Sandra Bullock looks amazing. She still looks so good. Nicole Kidman's had a lot of work done.
Yeah, it's
but
not. It's like stolen valor almost. It's like we can't
Yeah.
say that she's aged gracefully because she's gotten a ton of work done.
And I'm sure Sandra Bullock's got stuff done too, but if she did,
It's
she got the
not
right
as
stuff.
much,
Yeah,
right?
I think she still looks great. Okay, let's continue. I love Sandra Bullock, so I think Vera does too, so we're gonna fangirl
Yeah.
a bit.
Such a big issue with so many movies that get sequels like 30 years later is that it feels just so. It like ages itself. It feels so dated. It's so unfortunate.
Yeah, like this sequel wasn't needed. This might be something that I'm like, oh, it's kind of fun, but it's not going to add to the original. And also, just being picky here, as a fan of the original, they break the curse.
Right.
And so, if you fall in love with the Owens woman, you're not going to die.
Well,
And I
I
wonder
guess
what-
it's like, oh, they broke the curse for themselves and not their future generation, like the future, like their
Well,
kids.
It was supposed to be, I thought it was supposed to be for all, but who knows? They might change it. They might make it
Listen,
to where that's
bro,
what it is.
okay, they needed to make this fucking follow up. They had to do a little retconning.
Yes, true. And I'm guessing these are grandkids, maybe?
I would assume. Oh, by the way, Arya Stark.
Yeah, I thought Maisie was done doing, or maybe she was just taking a break, but
I guess, yeah.
yeah.
Because they just didn't want to pay the actor, or about politics, because I know that Evan Rachel Wood said that she wasn't returning because of because of politics. Like they didn't agree with her politics, and then they were like, because she like offered them her service and like to basically join in some capacity, and they basically said no.
Really?
Yeah.
Hmm.
So I don't know. It could also be just with the actresses, because unfortunately, you know how a lot of these actresses are. They're kind of drama queens. They don't want the spotlight stolen off of them. So it could also be that.
Yeah, I could see that. It was a lot of the member berries, right?
Oh yeah, I think that's what like the majority of this movie is going to be.
Like I said, I think the plus for us, I think Sandra Bullock looks great. Like I said, she looks really good. I think she's gonna be in the reprising the role, but the writing, and it is kind of silly. Like they could, I forget the actress's name. I don't know if she's still acting that played the brunette daughter, but yeah, Evan Rachel Wood. She's big now.
Right.
So I'm kind of surprised. I'm guessing that maybe one
I
of
don't
them
know
had
what
kids,
her
and that's who they are. Maybe her grandkids.
Yeah, and I don't know what her political like stance is that made it so she didn't come back. Like she didn't specify, but like I know she had said that, but I'll see if I can find it really quickly. Um but I'm pretty sure that like she I don't know. Let me look real quick.
Go for it.
Politics, because she didn't actually say like what the issue was, which is the problem.
Okay. Hmm. Yeah, so that would lead me to believe that maybe there was just a difference, like
Because I
the
know a couple of
actresses and
I know a couple of years ago she had a big part in the Marilyn Manson, because she was one of the women who said Marilyn Manson abused her.
yeah.
But besides that, like I haven't heard her say anything controversial or like go on any like big campaigns. I know she's a pretty prominent advocate for the LGBTQ community, but like that's generally not something that's frowned upon in Hollywood
No.
nowadays.
Yeah. No. It's probably something with the
Palestine.
maybe, yeah, I wasn't even thinking of that. That
Yeah.
or like maybe like one of the actresses didn't want her there because she's a big name now. Who knows? I'm not
Right.
excited for this. I'll probably see it just, so that we can review it, and because I really do like the first one.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm not excited about it, unfortunately. I didn't think I was
Yeah.
going to be, because this is something that really just didn't need a sequel. It was a one and done. The story was told. It's a cash grab now, as most things are.
Yeah, that's the unfortunate part of a lot of follow-ups, is it's not just done because of genuine love and passion and interest in the story, or like there was more to tell, because clearly with Practical Magic there wasn't more to tell, or else they would have done it 30 years ago. But they saw a way to make money, and so they were like, hey, listen, since we're rebooting everything and greenlighting follow-ups to everything, I guess we might as well greenlight this too. And then of course you get these big actresses to sign on, and then you're locked in to actually doing it. Because sometimes when a project doesn't have a lot of big or prominent names on it, they'll like silently bury it, but you can't for something of this level.
Yeah, that's true. Well, when it comes out, guys, we'll see it and give you our thoughts, which I'm kind of sure I already know what they're going to be, but who knows? Maybe we'll be surprised.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna be very I don't think we're gonna be very surprised.
No, probably not. It's something else that's not surprising. I want to see Sydney Sweeney do more things, right? But this seems like it's a bit, besides like the supernatural aspect of this. So it seems like it's the housemaid. What was it? Housemaid, right? That was
Yeah,
the movie she just
Housemaid.
said. That's what. Okay.
Yeah.
Sydney Sweeney will star in supernatural horror film The Caretaker from director David Bruckner, the Night Horror's Hellraiser, an adaptation of Marcus Cleaver's novel. A woman accepts a caretaking job only to discover the position has dangerous consequences. That sentence there is what makes me feel like housemaid ish.
Yeah.
But Supernatural. It might be cool. It's kind of interesting to see that she's going into like the horror route now. I think she could be a good scream queen, right? Like I feel like if she does like proper horror movies, she would be labeled as like the 2020s scream queen.
Yeah, so I think that we don't really have like a lot of information on this right now. That description does sound interesting, but she's also going to be in the Gundam movie, the live action Gundam
Oh yeah,
film
that's
that
right.
Netflix is doing, which I'm interested in. Of course, you never really know how anything is going to be when it's Netflix who is creating it, but she is a lead in it, which is, pretty big role for her. And it seems that she is busy, that she's got a lot of different upcoming projects that she's working on. She's definitely booked. She's doing Euphoria right now, The Housemaid 2. She's doing this, The Caretaker. She's doing Gundam. Like, we're getting follow-ups to some of these movies. So, hey, listen, I mean, I think Sydney Sweeney's a pretty good actress. I don't think that she's quite amazing or anything, but
No.
I do think that she could probably fill a niche, and she's going to sort of be a Scarlett Johansson, where she does get typecast in specific types of roles, which I don't think is negative. I don't think that's bad. I definitely think, we need women who show off their best assets in roles because, hey, I mean, honestly, sexy does sell, and I'd rather look at pretty women that are good at acting than look at huggos all the time.
Yeah. Well, most women, even though Hollywood seems to not get this, and the people that are very loud on the internet are just retarded, but we want to see women that are comfortable in their femininity. I want that to come back. That's what she does. Like, obviously, men like her because she, has nice assets and they like to look at her. But the thing is, like, when you see her personality off screen, she's very feminine.
Right,
And I like
she
that.
is. Yep,
So,
I agree.
yeah. We'll see. I would like to see, I don't know. It's supernatural horror film. Maybe I'll read the book and see what I think of it, if it'll be an interesting story.
I haven't heard about this novel before, so I'll have to look into it a little bit.
Yeah. It's crazy because her first, well, she might have been like in a small role that we haven't like heard of yet. Her breakout performance was Euphoria. That's when everyone started knowing who she was. And then she did Madam Web. But I don't know what she did before any of that. Like, so the Madam Web is the first movie I know. I didn't even watch it, but we know that one bombed. But we know that's the first, for me, that's the first movie I heard of her being in.
Yeah, so I know that I think it was like a year or a year and a half before Euphoria, she was in The Handmaid's Tale, which she did get quite a bit of attention from, or at least I'm pretty sure they were right around the same time. But she was in Handmaid's Tale, obviously. She was a smaller role in that. She was in like 4 episodes in season 2. So, yeah, I don't necessarily think that that's like why she got her big break with Euphoria or anything like that.
Yeah, the only movies I've seen Euphoria, and then the only movies I've seen that she was in was Anyone But You, which was fine. It was a decent rom-com, but it was definitely not like top for me. Like the 90s and early 2000s had the best rom-com, so we haven't really gotten anything great since then. So that one, and then The Housemaid. Those are the only 2 movies that I've seen her in.
Yep, definitely. But
yeah, well, we'll see what happens.
I'm interested in it, but again, you never really know if these types of movies are going to be amazing. I hope so. For Sydney Sweeney's sake, I like seeing her in movies. I don't think that she's the best part of really like everything that she's ever been in, but she's pretty good.
Yeah, she's just fine. That's why I think if she moved over into horror, that would probably be a good.
It's more of a niche, yeah.
Yeah, that would be good for her. She could get like the title of like a scream queen. I could see that because we see a lot of horror movies that do well, but they don't always like the final girl isn't always like the best actress. Sometimes they're really great, but sometimes not. But that's okay.
Yep. Sure.
So I could see her like moving over to the horror genre, and I think she would do very well there. So Charles Dance is in talks to join the cast of the Batman Part 2 as Charles Dent, the father of Harvey Dent, What do you? I think he's a good actor. So are you?
I think
What do you
he's
think
an
about this?
amazing actor,
Yeah.
but I at this point still am not convinced this is ever going to release. I mean, come
Really?
on, this cast is going to be $1 billion freaking dollars by the end. I
Yeah.
mean, my God, you've got Scarlett Johansson. You have what's his name? Bucky's actor. Oh my gosh, why am
Sebastian
I
Stan?
Sebastian Stan? I don't know how I possibly blanked on that.
It's
Charles
okay.
Dance is very well known. Then you have like Colin Farrell. You obviously have Robert Pattinson's. You have so many of these really big actors, and so this is going to be such an expensive movie when it finally comes out. In theory, like, I don't actually think that it's gonna be canceled or never come out, but I feel like the years are climbing now. This cast cost is growing. Never mind the actual production budget. Like, it's gonna be a pretty penny.
I agree.
Whew.
I hope they put a lot of work into this. Part of the reason why I think it's taking so long is the success of the Penguin, and I do believe that maybe he wasn't gonna have as big of a role in Batman Part 2, and because people loved it, Colin Farrell so much in the Batman show, they might be trying to implement more Penguin story into this, or have him just be a bigger part of it. Maybe not, or they
Yeah.
could have like went back and been like, okay, so what did we do with this script that made it so well? Like maybe they actually took the time to think about it and, did some rewrites that would make it kind of reflect Penguin a bit, right? Like the same vibe.
Yeah, I don't know, because I do agree that they probably are going to lean a little bit more into like the crime slash mobster element to it based on Penguin. But at the same
Yeah.
time, we don't quite know if this is going to be during Penguin's mayoral run or not. And so that's going to be a really big part of it, because now it feels like they're actually getting into potentially the Court of Owls, the more political side of things, and these political campaigns that are going on. That's at least the way that they originally presented it. But I do agree that after the success of the Penguin, maybe they wanted to shift it back a little bit more.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like in some way the success of the Penguin had something to do, with where they're going with this. But could be wrong, but I mean, it would be silly of them not to take a step back and look at what they're doing after, how good the Penguin went. Like I don't want season 2 of Penguin because I liked the first season so much. I don't know if they're gonna do it. There isn't really talks of it, or maybe like whispers here and there. As much as I would kind of like to see the story continued, because it was so well done, I
Right.
kind of would rather them just leave it alone, because they might mess it up trying to continue. Like just leave good. It was good, leave it alone. But we
Right.
might, I don't know, we might get another season. I don't know. It's been, when did that come out? Like that was it like 3 years ago now? That Penguin, or was it 2?
Penguin was September 19, 2024. So yeah, it was
2 years.
Yeah, 2 years, right at the end of like 2024. Because the reason why I was confused was because it had got delayed by like a long time, because it was supposed to release at the beginning of 2024, then it got pushed off, and I barely remember what day it is. Okay, never mind the exact date that the Penguin came out. But
Yeah.
it was really great, and I
It
really did
was.
enjoy it. So
That was my favorite show that year.
yeah, I obviously hope that I hope that the Batman comes out and it is good. I hope that it is as good as the first movie. I think that though we are, getting on in time, it's still not being filmed. They still haven't even nailed down the cast yet. So I think that that is a little bit worrying at this point in time.
It is. It is. So speaking of, this actually intrigued me, like from the announcement of it, because I'm someone who's like, we've gotten, I don't mind when they do like Batman. Like I didn't mind the last Batman film, but like we get so many Superman, Batman, like they use the same characters and they just keep remaking their stories and redoing movies on them. I would like to see movies of smaller characters, because people that don't read comics or haven't watched like maybe some of the animated series and they don't know about certain characters, they might come into these superhero movies not knowing a character, and then they learn to love the character, right? Or it's a different story. We've seen, like I said, we've seen so many Superman, we've seen so many Batman. I personally would love to see a proper Black Canary movie done. Katie Lotz, I think, was the best Canary on screen. She was in the Green Arrow show. She played one of the Canaries, and I thought that she did a great portrayal, but she wasn't like truly Black Canary. She played Sarah, not Laurel. The Laurel ended up being like the real Canary. Anyways, digressing. That's someone who I would like to see, because I did not like Birds of Prey. That was not a proper Canary. I'm sorry. They didn't do her justice. So something like that, I would like to see. The first trailer for Clayface here. So when they initially announced this, I was like, that's interesting. Clayface, is a interesting character, right? I don't know. Now, maybe you know this, or someone in the chat. Is this going to be in the same universe as Batman?
So this is the fucking problem, is that this is in the DCU. So this is Superman. This isn't the Batman. We don't even have a DCU Batman yet. So how are you going to do Clayface without freaking Batman? This makes zero sense to me. And also, this is not the original incarnation of Clayface, Basil Carlo. This is the second Clayface, Matt Hagen, and he is best known for being in Batman the Animated Series. So it is going to be different because the cartoon had reworked the character a lot, and so it's like, what are they doing with Clayface? Like what is their plan here? We don't even have a Batman yet. And James Gunn has basically said, Batman, he's low on my priority list. How?
Yeah.
Is this when he's going to cast a Batman and like officially announce a Batman? I mean, maybe, you never really know. Maybe this is like his grand plan and like 2 seconds left in the show and then Batman shows up, but like
we might not even see a face, though. They might do something where it's like a shadow, right? Or like or his face is like shadowed out, so because they didn't cast yet.
Yeah.
So I will say we'll watch the trailer. Did I have the sound on?
No sound.
Whoopsie.
You're fired, Wicked. How could you do this?
We need a new virtue for the Vara and Virtue show.
I know.
We'll watch the trailer first, and we'll give our opinions. But okay, I just wanted to clarify that, because I'm like, I can look it up, but I'm just gonna ask Vara. She's gonna know.
It's okay. I can rant.
She's my Google. I don't need to look anything up. Well, here's the trailer. First trailer. Oof. It is kind of dark. I'm gonna keep that muted for now because it's just mute. Interested in like the horror aspect of this, because we've seen like silly Clayface, right? And we've seen like in the anime. I do like Clayface from the animated series, and that's this one you said, like
yeah.
Okay. I do like him, but again, like it's a Batman animated series, so even with that there's Batman. So
what do you mean Batman in the Batman animated series? Oh, Wicked, you don't know what you're talking about.
I know, I'm just a girl on the internet. I'm so silly. So I will say I am intrigued by this, but again, like it's Gunn's DC universe, and I don't like I just still don't understand why they made him CEO. It doesn't make sense to me. Yes, he's had a couple good movies, but like even his Suicide Squad wasn't like groundbreaking. So I don't know why DC was like, you know what, give him the keys.
Yeah, I think that this initial teaser is really interesting, but again, like it'd be like Venom with no Spider-Man. Getting why are we doing this? Even if it looks neat.
Yeah, I agree with Athletically Lazy here. The tone is pretty on point, but it's going to come down to writing of the story.
Yeah. Exactly.
I think Clayface is interesting. That's why, like, when they first announced this, I'm like, okay, I would like to see different characters have movies, right? Not just focusing on the same one. But again, when you're doing something like Clayface, you need to at least have established a Batman. Now, like you said, if they put him in here, it is kind of different, but it could work that, you know, who's going to play Batman, or a Batman movie gets announced, like, because they put the character in a Clayface. that's different, not necessarily bad, but it would have made a bit more sense to have a Batman movie at least in the works first, but what do we know? We're just girls on the internet.
Well, it's also like with Penguin, right? Batman wasn't in the Penguin, but you knew that basically he was around and he could
Yeah.
be lurking in the shadows, and
Yeah.
Penguin also knew that. So it added that heightened like worry and like that extra fear that, oh my god, Batman could pop up, Batman could show up. And when you haven't established a Batman, it's just such a bad decision. And sure, maybe they will actually put a Batman in this, but judging by James Gunn's statements of like, oh, we're not focused on Batman right now, that isn't our focus right now, how are we supposed to then view this seriously and like taking it seriously?
Yeah. No, you're absolutely right. We'll see. I'm not gonna come into this immediately like, oh, I hate it. I'm gonna be fair and watch it and see if it's good, I'll admit it. But if it's bad, I'll also admit it. So I want it to be good. It's something different, and that's something that I wanted from
Right.
superhero movies. I guess that's not really superhero, but comic book movies, we'll say. We'll see.
Yeah, I'm
Does it even
hopeful.
say? It doesn't
I
say when. Oh, October
October
23rd.
23rd.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm hopeful. I think that the tone is definitely interesting so far, but again, like I said, it's like Venom without freaking Spider-Man. Like, first of all, why would you want that? But it's dumb. They did Venoms with no Spider-Man. They did 3 Venom movies without Spider-Man. It's like you need Batman for Clayface. I just don't know how you would do this in a way that would make me feel interested long term as a fan, or being interested in these characters. Like,
Yeah.
ugh, I don't know.
I don't know either.
I don't
I'm like,
know. Maybe it's me because I love Batman so much and I always want more Batman, more Batman, more Batman, but it's
it's also
important.
confusing because we have the Batman 2 Part 2 coming out, and that's not a part of the DC universe, and it's all messed up right now. It's
Yeah.
very confusing, so we're just gonna have to see what happens with that. I don't know.
Right, because originally I thought, like, when they first announced Clayface, that it was going to be part of the Batman's universe, but then it's like James Gunn started going in this new direction of like, oh, all you get is the Batman and Penguin, and like, why do you hate these characters so much, man? Why is this not your focus?
Why take a job where you don't like all of the characters?
Right.
Honestly, you know what I mean? Like, you think you would take a job as a CEO of DC and you just love DC. And
Yep.
Batman and Superman are the 2 biggest. We know he liked Superman. Well, he liked crypto, to be more specific. But Superman and Batman are the top dogs on DC, so to speak. Just like how if you look at like Marvel, I mean, to be honest, Marvel, it's probably Spider-Man, but I mean,
Well,
like,
Spider-Man's the largest superhero that there is. Yeah.
yeah, so he's top for Marvel, and I mean, hey, that's my favorite
He's number 1,
superhero,
and then
so
Batman, Batman's number 1 for DC. Of course, Superman
is
is
right behind him.
close, and
Yeah.
they're it's not like, oh my god, there's this massive difference. And sure, if you want to start off the DCU with Superman, I completely understand that, but also, why are we doing then Supergirl? Why aren't we doing
before
Batman?
Batman.
Right? Like, you need to establish your biggest characters. And if you're telling me that Superman and Supergirl are the 2 biggest characters, I'm out. I'm
Like,
tapping out.
I'm at the point now where I would not even be remotely shocked if he makes a crypto movie before Batman.
Bark, bark. Miniseries, yeah.
Athletically lazy. I think if Clayface is received well and Batman doesn't show up, you might see Matt Reeves try to claim it for his universe.
Yeah.
I'm not against that. That'd be cool.
I mean, if Batman doesn't show up, I'm in my mind fan casting just the Batman to make it more palatable, make it more interesting. Like, oh, sure. Because again, like with the Penguin, that fear was there that Batman could show up whenever. And sure, it's sad that he didn't, but also that that tone was there for the Penguin, and if it's not there for this, it's just kind of stupid.
Yeah, I agree.
We'll
Well, let's talk
see.
about something that's not stupid. I'm actually surprised we never. I think because like just the way the scheduling was for us, we never reviewed Project Hail Mary. But I
I
liked this
know.
little. It was great.
It was
Spoilers, we
really
loved it. It
great.
was wonderful. So Project Hail Mary contains not a single green or blue screen shot. Director Christopher Miller says the whole ship was built as a set from the inside. Not a single green screen or blue screen was used. So that's great. I love seeing this. And there's no sound, guys. I just wanted to like put this on. And there's another little piece of news that I want to cover over this. But you know, I love that Ryan Gosling was so passionate about this project that,
Yeah.
you know, he was on board before the movie was even like about to get made. Like he's like, listen, we're gonna make this movie and I'm gonna be Grace.
Right, this was like his
Um,
passion project, which I think is so good, especially when you see how good that this movie actually turned out and how much effort was put into it and how awesome it was. Like, you know, the Mark line and about how they're sitting there and they're talking about how, oh, does Grace have a mate? And then he's like, I did, but then, you know, now she's with this guy Mark, and he goes, Rocky hate Mark. That was
yeah.
actually them fucking around on set,
Yeah.
because the camera guy's name was Mark, and him and Ryan have done like 5 movies together now, and they were like improving and they were just like working like into character, and then they had that conversation and then they left it.
That's so funny.
That's
I
so
love that.
awesome. I love that. Rocky hate Mark. But it was just it was a little thrown in line that honestly landed so perfectly.
Yeah. And it's another little so I want to cover this that the puppeteer James Oritz, the puppeteer behind Rocky and Project Hail Mary, will be submitted for Best Supporting Actor at the Oscars. I think I like that. It's cute.
Yeah. I like it as well. He did a good job.
Yeah, he did a really good job. And it's like a lost art, right? Puppeteering. Like
Yeah.
people still do it, but they just lean more on CGI and again blue and green screens. So
Yeah.
I appreciate what they did here.
Right, all
They
the
made this
practical effects and all the sets they had to make, and it truly was a perfect version of this story, and everything came together so perfectly because it felt so authentic and so special. And I think that if they had produced it any differently, it wouldn't feel as special and as magical.
I think there's gonna be this Halloween, there's gonna be a lot of people dressed like Grace with like
The fox like pullover and sweater, yeah,
and then like having a little like Rocky
on his
with them or
shoulder.
something. Like we're gonna see a lot of that at like upcoming Comic Cons for sure.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
here for it. I want to see it. People
I
maybe doing
agree.
homemade costumes. Like you could use cardboard to make Rocky.
Yep.
And another bit of just like happy positivity here. I can't believe that
I
we have
thought
so
we
much of
hated
it.
everything.
Oh, according to the internet,
Weird.
yes. Resident Evil Requiem is the best-selling game of the year so far in the US. Yay!
I mean, it was a really, really good game.
It was like I said, the fan service alone. I always talk about that, but man, was it good! And it was so nice. Like when I got to meet Nick Apostoli, that he had said, you know, he gave a couple little examples that I can't remember off the top of my head, but a lot of, you know, the little things they added from Resident Evil 2, I think the majority of them actually, he said you should add this, and they actually listened to him. And he's someone who was a
Yeah.
fan of the game before he voiced Leon. So I give the devs props for that. Like, okay, let's listen to this guy. He knows what he's talking about, which he should. I mean, he is Leon now, right? And he was also a fan before he started voicing Leon. So
Mhm.
I appreciate that they took the advice, right? That means they care what the fans think, and that it's sad to say how rare that is now in gaming and in Hollywood and everything. But that's why the game got 10 out of 10 for me, because I'm like, they actually tried. Like, of course, there was parts of the story that might have been lacking a bit, or like that weren't like 100% great. Like, you know, Resident Evil 2 was 1000% a 10 out of 10 for me. The story was great. All of Resident Evil 2 was great, right? But I still gave Resident Evil 9 10 out of 10 because of just the work that they put into it, and that they cared with they got me with that, caring with the fans sake and trying to give us something good. That means a lot to me these days because we don't get it enough.
Yep, definitely. And have you seen very weird discussion about Nick on Twitter over the past couple of days.
No, what?
So he went to the BAFTAs.
I will fight for him.
He went to the BAFTAs with his girlfriend, and his girlfriend is black. And now the lefties are like, "Oh my God, he's with a sister." The chuds, oh, they've got to be so mad that he's dating a black woman, bro. Why the fuck would I care? Congrats to him. Like, he's just with a girl that he likes. Like, why do you guys always have to make it about race?
Because they have nothing better to do. They got to make it about race. They
What?
got to make it about gender. They got to make it about who they're sleeping with.
Bro, why do I care? Congrats to him. Why is that the point of conversation that you guys are saying? If you like this actor, why do you have to like make that a point of conversation? Don't you think that makes her feel a bit awkward?
Good point, Shane. Yeah, it matters to the actual racists.
Yeah, well,
people that are
right,
pointing it
exactly.
out. We're
Yeah,
the racists,
right.
but the people pointing it out aren't.
Right. It's like they're honestly trying to stir the pot and get people talking about it in a weird way so that they can like
We're just
run
like, you're
to
dumb.
defend him. Why?
Yeah, and I was like, you're just retarded. Moving on.
Yeah. Is it because they're racist? No, surely they're not the racists. Surely.
Oh my goodness. So obviously you won't give like spoilers. I don't know what the game has that are like spoiler wise anyways. I haven't watched gameplay because in case there is a good story from Mouse PI, I don't want to get anything spoiled. But just if you want to give like a quick take so far on what you've played, I'm just gonna play this in the background. No sound, guys.
Mouse PI has so many fun little references, and like there's a gun that you pick up, and it's in the police station, which is like supposed to clearly be the Raccoon City Police Department.
Really?
And even above, so you'll come across a weapon called I know it's cringe, the James gun. And then when you pick it up, if you take a couple steps back, there's a Welcome Leon sign above it. And like, it's so cute. There's so many different video game references and character and movie references. And it's so cute. And I also think that the story is actually pretty intriguing. Like, I expected the story to be decent, but you actually feel like this like grizzled, hard-boiled cheddar investigator, you know. It's very cute. It really is.
I can't wait. It's gonna have to be Friday afternoon for me to start it, but that's okay.
You're gonna like it.
I think I would have loved it. This was, like I said, this was second for me. Resident Evil Requiem was my most excited game of the year, and that's over and done with. But now we got Mouse PI for hire, and I'm very excited for this. It's ticking so many boxes for me. The noir vibe, the like Mickey Mouse vibe, the private detective. Like I'm all in for this one.
You're gonna like it. I know for a fact that you will.
I think so. I like I said, I'm not even watching anyone play it because I'm so excited for it. So it's time to get to it. Resty, thank you for the Canadian 10. I had so much fun with Mouse PI for hire. I disagree with IGN's 6 score. The performance mode can look rough on some systems, but I think the game's no less than an 8. The IGN is so dumb. Like they gave
Veilguard a 9. They'll give something like Dustborn a 7. I think they gave Marathon also like a 9, but then they'll give Mouse PI for hire and Crimson Desert 6s. That's wild to me.
That's wild. Nobody really listens to what these critics and reviewers have to say anymore because what was it? I don't know if it was IGN, maybe Rotten Tomatoes, which that means nothing. An example of this is I haven't seen, like, it doesn't come out till late, like tomorrow. The Michael movie. I'm actually pretty excited to go see that. I like Michael Jackson, and the conversation around it. I'll give my real thoughts on it. I'll review it. I'm going tomorrow to see it with another friend who she's also a big Michael Jackson fan, probably bigger, like really big. But it got like I forgot what Rotten Tomatoes gave it, which doesn't matter, but they also gave Cuties like an extremely high score, which is disgusting. So that right there tells you everything you need to know about those critics. Okay. But there is this big discourse going on all over the internet about the Michael movie, and you guys, I will give my real opinion on it after I go see it. I like movies like that. Like I loved Rocket Man. I'm an Elton John fan, and I loved the Rocket Man movie. I've seen that so many times. Like I like those. What would you call them? Bio drama. Like
Yeah, like a biodrama,
yeah, I like
basically.
those. So what I've heard is that there's like a lot of music in it, which is like, oh God forbid a Michael Jackson movie has a lot of music in it, and so people had a problem with that, which I find odd. And then they paint him as a victim, which in a lot of cases he was. So I find that also odd. But again, people are biased, so we'll see. I'll let you guys know. I'm actually going to go to theaters to see that one. My friend wants to get the Fedora popcorn bucket, and I was like, "You'll probably have luck with that. I don't think that's going to sell out quite as fast as like the Yoshi one." I'm not getting a
Yeah.
popcorn bucket, but I'll take a picture of hers maybe and post it.
Yeah, I like some of those types of films, like the clearly more dramatized biopics. I don't have any interest in the Michael one, but also like at the same time, maybe I'd watch it just to watch it at some point because
Yeah.
I watch basically everything. But yeah, I have seen that there are some pretty scathing reviews going up for it, and that probably means that fans will actually like it a lot.
Yeah, I think his actual fans probably are.
Yeah, happy with it.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. I'm going tomorrow. And one thing that we got to touch on, which I know this Peru is probably ecstatic.
Meow meow.
Bilbo is Bilbo doing
Yeah,
Bilbo
he
things.
knocks. Yeah, he knocks
heard
something
that.
over. Yeah, I was like, "What
Aw.
is that noise?" It's always just Bilbo.
It's always Bilbo.
Yeah.
So Jessica Chastain says Apple will finally release her new political thriller series, The Savant, this year. I know
The
Disparu's doing back,
Savant.
oh, Savant. I always say it
Yes,
wrong.
I
The
know you
Savant.
do.
I
I know.
The
And if I don't
Savant.
correct you, somebody will be mad at me.
It's true.
Farrah, you know it. You know how to say it, Farrah. I know.
Maybe I'll finally get it right. I don't know. I don't know. I don't have Apple, but maybe I'll watch some of it. I feel like I don't need to because I know like Disparu will give a full in-depth review when it finally drops. So originally it was going to premiere in September 2025, but was postponed after the assassination of Charlie Kirk. The series follows an undercover investigator who infiltrates hate groups online to detect and prevent domestic extremists before they act. This is going to be a wild ride. I think we're going to laugh at it more than anything.
We should get shirts because it's called it's called the Anti-Hate Alliance. I think we need shirts that say that we're part of it because
Hate Alliance.
Yeah.
That would make sense. Yeah, that would make sense.
Classic.
It's on brand for us, right?
Yeah.
And now we need Chud shirts as well.
Yeah.
Chud hate something. We'll figure it out.
Right. But I think it's actually pretty shocking that they're still coming out with this.
Yeah.
Like we've talked about with other like TV shows. I know that we've talked about it a lot recently because of Star Trek, but sometimes the fees that you end up paying to cancel projects and to basically shelve them ends up being so insane that it's better to just put it out anyway. And like with Rings of Power, they would have to pay to cancel it, the kill fee. Same with Star Trek. And for this, maybe they would have to pay a high fee. We also know that Jessica Chastain was very mad when they said that they were infinitely delaying it. So she also probably like threatened them and was like, I'm never going to work with you again. I'll sue you, blah, 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 blah. That's how a lot of these people are. And so they're like, you know what? It's not worth it. We're just going to put it out. But I expected them to shelve it and to never release it.
Yeah.
But they never learn, so.
They don't. It's going to be YouTubers are going to have a lot of fun with this one.
I mean, this one image of her went so viral. It is so freaking funny. Like this one image was shared so many like millions and millions and millions of times where it bothered her so much that like never mind when it fully releases.
Old geezer probably. Most of Hollywood is. So I would wager that she probably is a little bit mentally ill. We'll see I think it's good. What's going to be funny about this? This isn't going to. There'll be a small, probably amount of people that think that this cooks. Like, this was so good. You're so right. Somebody told me they didn't like my shirt and they're such haters, and now this movie resonates with me. Just dumb people like that. The Looney Tunes are going to probably eat this up. But I think overall, she's gonna get ripped apart, and this movie is gonna get ripped apart. And they're gonna push the narrative like, well, that's why we made the movie, because you guys are all so full of hate.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
that's
we
where
know.
it's gonna go. Like, it's
Yeah, absolutely. And, it's not particularly shocking that we continue to see content like this released. But hey, listen, I personally am going to have a really, really great time watching this. I'm gonna have a great time reacting to this. I think that it's gonna be funny because I'm gonna make content on it. And hey, listen, I'm probably gonna hate it, but I'm also probably going to have a great time still talking about it. But I mean, it should end with her actually being part of Antifa. I mean, I think that would be great. So, yeah, I guess we'll see what it truly entails when it comes out. But yeah, she's trying to thwart hate crimes by monitoring extremist online communities. Yeah. Yeah, of course.
Karen an at-home Karen. Yeah, Karen, you just said Karen PI. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's realistic. But it's gonna resonate with the women that froth at the mouth over everything that gets them mad online. Like the people that are chronically online, going in comment sections to just voice how angry they are at the people that are full of hate. So they're gonna watch this and be like, "That I could do that. I am gonna start doing that. I'm gonna infiltrate these people online." Like it's gonna be funny. I think that we're gonna look at it and think it's funny.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly think that the story should just be, again, like that it ends up with her being like part of Antifa, and like it would be great because like her people would sort of like be the extremists, and she needs to like monitor her own friends. Hey, there's a way to do this that would be mildly interesting, but are they going to do that?
No, they're not. They're gonna try and push the message, and we're gonna laugh at it. Like it's gonna be looked at. We're gonna find it.
Well,
funny
they delayed
for the
it
wrong
because
reasons
the
according to
main
them.
right. They delayed it because the main villain is probably like some like white podcaster who like sends his like people on social media to like attack the poor women and minorities of the internet or something. You just know that that's basically what it's gonna be.
It's gonna be horrendous, but we're gonna have a good time making fun of it, like you said. I know you and Disparu in particular are probably gonna have a field day with this one for sure.
Probably, yeah. Hey, maybe that will be my return to Saucy to laugh with this brew.
Yeah, you should. You guys gotta. Well, I'll watch it if you come on.
It'll be so fucking funny. Yeah,
it'll be great. Me and actually will just sit back at our drinks and watch you guys go off.
Yeah.
All right. What are your thoughts on this? I can't remember if we talked about this. I like both of these actors. Michael B. Jordan and Austin Butler's Miami Vice reboot is officially confirmed, and it's getting a new title, Miami Vice 85. The movie will be filmed for IMAX, directed by Joseph Kosinski, Top Gun Maverick, and F1. That's a good resume.
Right.
That's
Two
a great
very
resume.
good movies, yeah.
And it opens in theaters August 6th, 2027 from Universal Productions, starts later this year. I have pretty... I don't want to say high hopes, but maybe, because I like Michael B. Jordan and I like Austin Butler. And I think that Joseph Kosinski, Maverick, and F1, those movies did fantastic. So great resume right there.
Yeah, like Maverick and F1, like you were saying, were good. And I don't dislike either of them. But at the same time, whenever I hear that anything is getting a reboot and a continuation or a rehash, I instantly become extremely worried. Miami Vice was one of the best 80s shows. I want to have a certain level of hope for this, But at the same time, this is still Hollywood that we're
Yeah.
talking about. And so I can only be so interested in it. And that's
Yeah.
my issue.
Yeah, that's fair. I just think that it's checking like Michael B. Jordan, great actor. Austin
Yeah.
Butler is a good actor, and Joseph Kosinski. But the thing is, I still haven't seen F1. I just know that it went over really well.
F1 was
People loved
good.
it.
Yeah.
Top Gun Maverick may have only been good because Tom Cruise was heavily involved. So I don't know.
Yeah.
But it seems like, if somebody is handling something beloved like Miami Vice,
You
two
have to be
actors
so
that care about their
careful.
two actors that seem to care about their craft a bit, right? Like, of course, they've both been in stuff that I don't love, but I think overall they're both good actors. And I think that Joseph Kosinski, I mean, he did Top Gun Maverick justice, but again, that could have been because of Tom Cruise being involved. So we'll see. This could just be like a fun, like popcorn movie, right? Nice
Yeah.
action. We'll see. I do wish that Hollywood would try to do some new stuff, but they're out of ideas and Hollywood just kind of sucks lately. So
Yeah, my curiosity is definitely peaked. I'm
yes.
definitely interested, but I know better than getting super excited before
Yeah.
I've seen any of it or heard really any details about it.
I didn't see that one with Jamie Foxx and was it Colin Farrell?
Yeah,
I did not see that one.
I think also my problem is I just don't like Austin Butler all that much.
No, I like a few of the things he was in. I like Michael B. Jordan more. That's why I said I think Michael B. Jordan's a great actor, and Austin
Yeah.
Butler's okay. He was good in the Elvis movie. That one that we watched with what's her face. Zoe Kravitz?
Yeah.
Right?
Came out a couple weeks ago. Yeah. The movie with the drugs and the stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, that one.
I hope that helps. The description, it's still not coming to my mind.
It was
Yeah.
fine.
Which, hey, I guess the drugs, they do carry over into Miami Vice.
There you go.
I think, though, Miami Vice is more than just action. And so, yeah, like F1, Maverick, good action, but it's also the atmosphere that made it. And I don't think that they'll be able to quite match the atmosphere. And of course, if they're not able to, then it will fail. If it feels too modern in any way, shape, or form, then yeah, I just don't see how that's going to go particularly well for them. And I still can't remember the name of that stupid movie. Austin Butler movie. What was that stupid movie?
Yeah, we didn't love it. It was just okay.
It just came out, bro. We watched this like a month ago. Caught stealing.
Caught stealing. Okay.
That's what it was.
It was weird, but
Yeah.
We'll see. I don't know. I can't really say much, right? 'Cause we don't know we haven't seen anything.
Right, we have no information to go off of at this point in time, except for these two actors are going to be in it, and it's a reboot, and you'll get information one day. Like, that's it.
Someday. The real Alzam for 5, thank you. You ladies seen the quarterings crash out and attacking everyone, especially Craig. To be honest, I really don't pay attention to YouTuber drama. It doesn't interest me. Of course, I've seen little things on X, but I don't really pay much mind to it because I don't really care about it.
Yeah, basically, it's just like over the past couple of days, Craig's been talking about the quartering quite a bit, and then the quartering was like, he like leaked a DM where Craig was just like, hey, if you ever want me to come on your show, I'd be happy to. And then that was, I guess, supposed to be like an own against Craig. And then Quartering said today, like, he was going to go nuclear on creators and was calling out like Craig and side scrollers and geeks and gamers. But then he turned around and said, haha, I'm actually just kidding and I don't like YouTuber drama. So clearly he's just drunk again. So basically disregard everything Quartering says.
Got it. Duppy, thank you for the 2. Lizzo was playing Elvis the Alligator on MV. What? Elvis the Alligator? I don't know. What do you mean, Duppy?
Huh?
Huh?
I don't get it.
I don't get it either. Oh, Miami Vice. Oh, she's in it?
Oh.
Thanks, Wiley's like Miami Vice. Okay. I'm like, what? We just talked about it, and I'm like, huh?
Whenever I hear Lizzo's name, it's just, even if it's a joke, I don't know why I never get any jokes with her, because I just instantly think of her in the fucking Mandalorian, and then I just get
I
mad.
know.
It's like any time any joke is being made, it's just like that's just what my mind instantly goes to, and then everything's in one ear and out the other.
Got it. Sorry, Duffy. We ruined your
Yeah,
joke. And you accidentally enraged Vara.
I don't know why. I just, I can't. I'm sorry. I should be a better person. But yeah. Elvis was the alligator. Yeah.
Got it. Because I was thinking
Yeah.
you were talking about.
I just heard Lizzo. I just heard Lizzo, and I'm like, it's like Lizzo, fat elephant, Mandalorian, Grogu, Karen, mom, haircut, marketing material. Then I think about how Star Wars was fucking killed, and then it's just like it's a toxic circle.
Yeah, it's a toxic
I'm sorry.
cycle for poor
I
Vara.
humbly apologize. Yeah.
Well, speaking of toxic, what do you got going on?
Nothing these days now. Playing more video games per usual. I'll be playing Mouse PI for Hire tomorrow, which I'm super excited to play more of that, because it has been super good again. I only did the one stream of it, and then I had went to Pragmata. Very fun game though. Already put up my review for that on the second channel. And then I will be finishing up Mouse PI for Hire. After that, I'm going to be going back to Replaced, which had launched 2 weeks ago, and I was having a good time with that too. And then we'll go from there. Soros releases next week, which I'm also mildly interested in. But yeah, just playing video games per usual. And I can't wait to hear your thoughts on Mouse PI.
Oh, I'm so excited. Friday. I'll be playing.
Yes.
And then on that tomorrow, the midday mixer, it's been moved to 4, so it's not really a midday anymore, but it's okay. Over on Drunk 3PO channel, we'll be doing that, and talking about some fun stuff over there. So check that out. And yeah, Saucy on Saturday. Usual stuff going on for me. I'm gonna send you guys over to Kings. He's playing Windrose. So go say hi. And I will definitely be playing that myself very soon. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. Next week we'll be on Vara's channel. Don't know, maybe we'll review something.
Hopefully. We wanted to review The Mummy, but The Mummy is like impossible to find on ye old high season. Wicked has been very busy, which makes sense. So.
I haven't had time to go see it.
Yes.
But maybe next week we'll figure something out. But have a great night, guys. We'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.